Hey everyone, let's look at some of the top paper today because we're finally seeing some tech, maybe a possible bottom. So I'm looking at the news flow scanner to the right and Google chart on the left. And you can see today we had a very large bet. This does not happen every day. $4.25 million in the August in the money, in the money. 150 strike calls. Now, why I like that bet? In the money calls, and obviously Google, that's the GOOG with an L. Let me put that on here. About 10 bucks in the money, but look at Google here pulling back into some decent support, right? And we're starting to see a little bottoming wick on that candle. So this is something I like. What's similar to it? Well, I did this trade this morning for quick flips. If you signed up, congrats. If you didn't, well, you missed out. Did very, very well intraday and already took these for profits in Palantir. Did the next week 85 calls in intraday. You know, you can see the big move we had in Palantir. So those calls moved about 30-40% already. So very, very good. Did the next week calls, so short dated. But I just copied the same trade. You know, literally copied that same trade. The trader bought the 85s for next week. They laid out about $1 million bucks. And look at Palantir. Kind of like Google. Had a gap. Filled the gap, 80% of the gaps do get filled, pulled back into support, right, prior to the breakout where we got in pre-earnings, and we're starting to bounce, so look for a move higher. Remember, look at the emotional level of it. Everyone, what did they do post-earnings? FOMO. So they bought up in here. When the stock goes down, and it flushed all these sell orders, sell stops, right here, see the big down candle, look at volume pop up right there. Oops. Cut off a little bit right there. So that flushed because we took out the previous low. So now you have all the sell stops, all the sell orders are gone. So what can a stock do? It can finally rally again. You have a couple buy arrows here on the master indicator too. So very, very simple, easy to do trade right there. Just did the outright calls. But we're also starting to see some Nvidia bulls, about 10 million in the March 100 calls. So these are deep in the money calls. These are stock replacement. Nvidia does have their event this week. Stock replacement bulls, 10 million bucks. Hey, I'm willing to put money on the line, and they came in today and bought this dip. You got to love that. Meta, Amazon, Lam Research, multiple names in the tech industry looking for a bounce. So you know where to rotate. You know what to do. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure as well you leave a comment. At 9 a.m. we're live every day.